Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. How Sri Ramakrishna is taking the jiva to the ultimate realization by creating interest, by creating inquisitiveness, by awakening the spirit within to desire for the highest reality. The M, who is the author of Gospel, is asking this question: when one sees God, does one see with these eyes, with these physical eyes? Charma Chakshu. Sri Ramakrishna is explaining, God cannot be seen with these physical eyes. In detail we saw in last class how various two states of our existence cannot be perceived by us any time, even after realization, after the enlightenment, after reaching God, after reaching the ultimate reality, in this Nirvikalpa Samadhi, when he comes down, the Vitthana Sthiti, he is witness of the waking, dreaming and deep sleep, Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti. Enlightened person is being in any state can perceive the other states. I am in waking state, then I can see. If I am enlightened, I can see at the same time what is happening in my existence at the dream state, which is covered from my awareness. What is happening in deep sleep, which is covered from my awareness. Now my awareness is open only to this world and to this bodily existence. I cannot see. When I go to that particular state, it is continuing. Dream state and deep sleep are continuing. I am not aware of it. When I am in waking state, I won't be. When I enter into dream state, the bodily existence is continuing. World is there, my bodily existence is there. I am not aware of it. To the extent, I am entirely different person with a new identity lying with a new dimension unrelated to my physical existence. Absolutely unrelated. In waking state, I am not at all related. My waking state awareness, my waking state self, my ego, my individual self dissolves totally. The world disappears. My bodily existence disappears. I am with a new identity in it. But the bodily existence is continuing when somebody sees, and when you see from the perspective of the phenomenal world, it is there. Continuing, life is continuing in waking state, but I am not aware in dream state. Similarly, when I come to waking state, the dream state is continuing. I am pervading the subtle body. I am pervading. When I see the screen in my laptop, the software is working, the causal system is working, hard disk and all, the whole thing is working, but I can see only what is happening on the screen. The same thing happens. But after enlightenment, I can see the innermost layer, what is happening in the second, the subtle layer and the gross layer at the same time, and witness and participate in this. I become the witness of the Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti pertaining to me alone. I cannot perceive any other person. The three states, what is he undergoing? Even after enlightenment, I know myself totally as an independent, existent, individual consciousness working at various level, being a part of this cosmic Virat, Hiranyagarbha and Ishvara, gross, subtle and causal. My existence, microcosm, macrocosm. I can be witness of the microcosm pertaining to me alone. When I am realized, when I am released, when I am mukta, it's I alone am mukta, other person is continuing to be here. So this difference, when Ishvara, now suppose Ramakrishna, who is the avatara, when we say avatara of God, he is witness of all the three states of every jiva, plus all the three states of the cosmic existence, the Virat, the Hiranyagarbha, the Ishvara. All this he is seeing and being aware of what is behind all this, the absolute existence. The absolute existence, the universe is whole play going on with every jiva. This is called Bhava Mukha, which Sri Ramakrishna says. It is told, mother tells him, after, be in Bhava Mukha, in Bhava Mukha. Bhava Mukha is a state when he is wholly aware of everything at all levels of existence, all the planes of existence, Bhu Bhuva Swaha Maha Jana Tapa Satyam, Atala Vitala Sutala Talatala Rasatala Patala, all the 14 lokas, at all the three layers of its existence, all other dimensions, all other devatas in whatever species or whatever way the universe exists, all that including Kala. The time concept disappears, changes from one plane of existence to the other plane of existence. All that he is witness in Bhava Mukha. He is able to be witness of everything. Sri Ramakrishna's Bhava is a new concept, Bhava Mukha, presented for the first time in the history of spirituality by Sri Ramakrishna. And it cannot be experienced by anyone. Any jiva cannot. Though he is mukta, enlightened, he is Buddha, he has transcended the entire nature and gone beyond into the transcendental realm, and he is experiencing the non-dual experience of. See, after realization, when a person comes down, he experiences a mysterious way oneness with the Brahman, and oneness, he is witness of the entire universe at all levels. He is witness of the whole universe as manifestation of the Absolute. He is seeing the whole Absolute which he is experiencing, oneness with the Brahman, and the same in a different state, as if he is experiencing that being with name and form and action here. Nama Rupa Karma is there. It is taken Nama Rupa Karma and appearing the Absolute. Oh, he is Satchidananda. This is Satchidananda. That person is Satchidananda. This table is Satchidananda. Everything. That Jnana Drishti continues at all times. This state is a mysterious state when he is experiencing oneness with the Brahman, the one who comes down from Nirvikalpa, and looking at the verse as its immediate manifestation without any difference between the two, as if he is one with the universe and one with the Absolute. This is the state of individual jiva. And with the Ishvara, it's entirely different. The Bhavamukha state can never be experienced by any means by any jiva. Even when he is experiencing oneness with Ishvara in Samadhi Sthiti, or being in the Nirvikalpa Samadhi where there is no duality, he cannot experience the Bhavamukha of the Ishvara. So this is the greatest difference. When we say Ramakrishna was in Bhavamukha, what does it mean? It is unimaginable. So we can experience, without realization, we can experience one state at a time and be unaware of the other, any one state. including the Savikalpa Samadhi almost. Once we become spiritually awakened, we become the witness of dream state. Once we realize the self, Atma Jnana, Deha Bhava, we go to Jiva Bhava to Atma Bhava. Spiritual experience, spiritual awakening leads us to the experience of the individual consciousness at dream state. And dream state, I am a witness at that time. I become witness of the dream state also with spiritual awakening. And Deha Bhava to Jiva Bhava to Atma Bhava, when I go, I become the witness of all the three. Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti, of mine alone. In Savikalpa Samadhi, or when we get the vision of God in any way, mind becomes merged in the intellect. Intellect is, in intellect, ego also dissolves. Dissolves means it is remaining separately behind one with the intellect, because other layers of existence, other faculties we have, the sense organs are there, intellect is there, and ego is there. All other faculties dissolve. It is enveloped or engulfed by love alone. Love is the manifestation of the Atman in love container, as if the intellect with five senses is trying to experience independent of perception. It is an experience. It is very difficult to conceive how you experience in Samadhi, Savikalpa Samadhi. How do you experience God? That's why all this we call as mysterious experiences, which cannot be explained through words. When we try to explain to the word, the person who is hearing categorizes it within the phenomenal world, physical world. Whatever he has experienced in the world, in one of the category of his experience, he will put it. He had the vision of God. The rest of the remains. It doesn't erase this and present a God experience to him in everything. But the experiencer of God, all other experiences gets dissolved and reappears as divine. There is a tremendous transformation within the enlightened soul, which is very difficult for a normal man to conceive what it means, how it exactly experiences, because words cannot conceive, words cannot express what is that. When it comes from the experience level to the world level, it undergoes from the para to through Pashyanti to the Madhyama. When it comes, it takes a entirely different form. And from Madhyama, mind, if he wants to experience the para, it is almost impossible. We always, why do I not see God? Because you have a mind. If mind is not there, this is resolution of mind takes place at this time of Samadhi. When the ignorance dissolves, Tattvajnana Manonasha happens. Tattvajnana Manonasha and Vasanakshaya, they happen at a time. Vasanakshaya, Manonasha, mind won't be there. All the through, everyone asks this question, why do I not see God if God is there? Dissolve your mind, you will see. And how do you see? When mind is not there, you will see. It's a direct experience, independent of body-mind. You enter into a transcendental realm where alone you can see. Why don't you see dream now? Or when you are in dream, why don't you see waking state? The same reason. So here, Sri Ramakrishna says, when one sees, God cannot be seen with the physical eyes. in course of spiritual discipline, one gets a love body. We discussed it when you enter into Chidakasha, how you see a brighter place. Like now here we have sunlight, but we can see the sunshine outside. If you try to go to the sunshine, and this is more real than this sunlight what we are seeing here, more intense. And there you see the sunlight to sunshine, the light of consciousness at the particular level we enter, and the inner brighter area of higher consciousness attracts us, draws us, just like a moth is being pulled towards the light. We flow into it. We don't have karmendriya, prana is not there. Energies are not there. And then karmendriyas are not there. Physical body is not there. But jnana, panchajnanendriya are there, 5, and intellect. Mind has merged in the intellect. So panchajnanendriya and the ego, individual ego or individual consciousness with the ego, and panchajnanendriya and individual existence it bears. Buddhi, intellect. Buddhi and panchajnanendriya alone is trying to perceive. When you enter, this intellect understands and is drawn. It is drawn just like a moth is drawn towards the light. Why does the moth go? Because light is attracting it. If darkness, why does it not go? It is not attracting, it is repelling it. So it goes like that. The intellect with panchajnanendriya starts. Jnanendriya can perceive independent of the sense instruments. I Jnanendriya, the sense organ of I, independent of sense instrument of I. Instrument of I is physical, and software behind which makes the I see is the Jnanendriya. The software and the hardware. Without hardware, the soft can perceive now in Samadhi. And it starts perceiving. It doesn't see any form. It doesn't see hear any sound. Its intellect perceives the the light of consciousness. This is Mahakasha, this is Chitta Akasha, imagination where it happens, thinking happens, space of mind, space of matter, the space of consciousness. You enter into space of consciousness, Chaitanya. It is Chaitanya, Chinmaya. It is Chidghana, space, Akasha. Chidakasha you enter into. When you enter into Chidakasha, you see brighter light there of the consciousness, Chaitanya. Chaitanya is dim here, where I enter into and I see. Just like from a room you are seeing the same sunlight, but you are seeing sunshine there. When you enter there, the sunshine slowly condenses into a form. And your intense desire, it may take many visits into the Samadhi, your intense desire to see the Ishtadevata there makes the light of consciousness there to condense and take a form. Rupa, it takes the Rupa. And you can understand, because Buddhi is there, you are understanding. It is backed by and filled by consciousness. The consciousness, one consciousness is pervading. Now, somebody touches here, you can feel without seeing, because you pervade that. Something happens here, the pain deep within your leg you can perceive, because you pervade every part of your body. Somebody's headache is there, you cannot perceive, because you are not pervading that. Here one consciousness is pervading everything, and I am identified with that consciousness. And the same consciousness like I am laughing, I am getting pain, like that, I am conscious of it. Consciously I am participating, manifesting in laughter. My consciousness is manifesting. Like that, there the intense consciousness forming is as if I can clearly conceive it with the mind, buddhi, not mind, buddhi, intellect. I have only buddhi, no mind has dissolved in it. With the intellect can clearly perceive it, it can perceive, it can conceive, it can discern, it can cognize, it can recognize. This recognition, it becomes possible for it. And then it sees the Ishtadevata. It cannot move because it can understand, but it cannot move at its will. It has come already into the realm of the sunlight. Nothing more it can do. Sunlight has condensed into a form. So here he wants to go and experience that form. And then the love body manifests. You have only one which is engulfing and pervading everything, is Chaitanya, which is one with all the Chaitanya. What can make you have a body now? Matter is not there. So what you can experience, what you feel is to the love. You are engulfed by love, pervaded by love. Love is manifestation of your Atman. And that creates a body. When you come to the world, when merge at the verge of taking a body in mother's womb, my software, the karmas and vasanas, what I am acquired after leaving the body, it forces us to manifest a body by taking whatever is available, like a seed. Seed, when it water and clay, mud it gets, soil it gets, it immediately starts growing. It starts manifesting itself. It is dead seed like it looks like. Like that here also, it manifests its love body. When love body comes, it is with the love ear it hears. It is love eyes. That's what Sri Ramakrishna says. In course of spiritual discipline, one gets a love body, endowed with love eyes, love ears, and so on. All. Though it is Chaitanya, form, and love body, love senses. It can perceive, because love is manifestation of the Atma, Chaitanya's manifestation. It is Chaitanya, it is manifested. There the Chaitanya is manifested as a form, Ishtadevata. Here the Chaitanya is manifested, the same Chaitanya is manifested as love. So Chaitanya can perceive Chaitanya, experience Chaitanya. It is what is being. I won't be aware of the world. World disappears in the world in which we are there. The whole universe also has disappeared. Nothing remains of that. So with one gets a love body endowed with love eyes, love ears, and so on. One sees God with those love eyes. One hears the voice of God with those love ears. One even gets a sexual organ made up of love. At these words, Yam burst out laughing. Sexual organ. Sexual organ pertains to the Karmendriya. Vak, Pani, Pada, Upastha, Payu. Karmendriya, we have left and come there. We don't have Karmendriya. We don't have power to manifest the Karmendriya. Here, Karmendriya is a part of the consciousness which is manifesting as Karmendriya. I have hands. It is not the Karmendriya of the. It's an important thing you must understand here. Karmendriya doesn't enter into samadhi sthiti. Only jnanendriya, we are in the kosha, annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, vijnanamaya. We are in the vijnanamaya kosha. Vijnanamaya kosha, there is pancha jnanendriya and buddhi alone. Karmendriyas are not there. So the sex awareness or sex understanding or sex impulse or sex, I am male, female, nothing exists in samadhi. But what happens is the karmendriya, I am going and touching God, I am experiencing God. This is projection of the consciousness. Chaitanya. Chaitanya, it is love body. This love is Chaitanya. Individual Chaitanya manifesting. The individual consciousness is manifesting here as the hand, feet and all. Just like you made a clay boy, you will give everything. Gomateshwara. It has got a sexual organ also. And it is not working functionally. It is clay, it is stone only. It is made of stone only. It doesn't work. It doesn't have awareness also. Like that here, all the karmendriya, sexual organ also is there, only in form, in the form of understanding in the buddhi, intellect, charged by the consciousness. It is to be charged by consciousness, so otherwise it belongs to Prakriti. It cannot conceive, it cannot perceive, that intellect cannot discern. It is pervaded by conscious Chaitanya. It is thinking of God, God, God. The intellect, the buddhi has become pervaded by the Chaitanya. Thinking of Chaitanya, Chinmaya. When Ramakrishna repeatedly says, when it is told Krishna, it is Chinmaya Krishna. Rama means Chinmaya Rama. It is made of Chaitanya. Chaitanya. And your love is manifestation of your individual Chaitanya. Chaitanya alone can. So here we see the intellect is pervaded by consciousness, and this consciousness, the love which is manifesting, which is individual consciousness which is manifesting as the love, and the same thing is appearing there as the karmendriyas. This karmendriya is not functional, nor it is in the understanding the form, because I am conceiving myself, I am creating the love body according to my understanding of my same bodily, just like in dream. We see, just like in dream, we see the same person as if, because it is reflection of the waking state, I am there in the same form. I have not changed my bodily form. When I conceive myself, in dream, suppose I go and see in a mirror, the same form will be seen. Because in reflections also, in dream also, it is, I am aware of my bodily existence. I don't look in some other form. So in the waking state also, in samadhi also, the same thing happens. I am aware of the same, with the same form I go. Don't go change my form, the form doesn't change. Though it is made up of love, though it's love body, it doesn't change. You slowly go and experience the God with all this. And awareness is only bliss, Ananda. Ananda alone is what is experienced. When I touch God with my hands, embrace Him with hands, I am experiencing joy of the Atman, joy of the Brahman. It is Ananda without dukkha or without anything other than Ananda. Ananda and Ananda alone. And these are made up of, everything is made up of Chaitanya. Chaitanya, individual Chaitanya as love body. Cosmic Chaitanya as the God's body. God is the consciousness, Chidghanakai. and mine is Prema Sharira. At this, Thakur doesn't explain anything. Beautifully, when Thakur says it will have a sexual organ also made up of, one even gets a sexual organ made up of love. At these words, M burst out laughing. Master continued unannoyed. He doesn't get annoyed. Something serious is telling of a transcendental realm which nobody tells, which nobody explains. Thakur is giving that knowledge, and then this person is unaffected by anything. And when somebody laughs at it, suddenly everybody is interested in depth. Suddenly somebody says something, gets. The person who is telling, he doesn't get annoyed. He continues as it is. He doesn't try to explain what it is because he has to go ahead. We'll see in the next class, continue with the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.